G'day to all my friends and family, and welcome to this episode of All That I've Learned from Anthony Robbins. Anthony Robbins tells us that in order to succeed in life, in order to be fulfilled in life, we need to be a participant. We need to be fully on board in order to get the results and the outcomes and to make a difference and to have an impactful life. And I remember a story that I've read about an abbot in Greece, an abbot who now runs a monastery and who is an amazing spiritual leader. And his name is Yeron Nectarios. But when he was a young man, he tells us, now that he's an abbot, of course, looking back over his life, he tells us a story about when he went to his spiritual father and asked him to get his blessing so that he could enter the priesthood and follow the path of becoming a priest. And when he met his spiritual father and asked him for his blessing, his spiritual father just laughed at him and said to him, "Why would you want to become a priest?" And said to him that he'd basically be wasting his time because there are thousands of priests in Greece. I think he mentioned that there are over 10,000 priests in Greece. So what is one more priest going to do? So the young man left dejected and went home and thought about it and said to himself, "I'm going to go back and ask again." And he went back to his spiritual father and asked the question again, "Can I please get your blessing so that I can express my calling to enter the priesthood and become a priest?" And once again the spiritual father said to him, "I won't give you my blessing if you want to just become a priest, because there are lots of priests. What I want you to do is to consider the following. If you want to enter the priesthood and become the priest as opposed to a priest, then I will reconsider." And what he said to him was, there are tens of thousands of priests who have entered the priesthood, and many of them just tick the box and don't make a difference. They don't have an impact because all they wanted to do was to enter the priesthood and become a priest. What he says to him is that you need to have a different mindset. You need to not just become a priest, but to become the priest that is able to make a difference, the priest who comes all in, fully committed to make a difference and to save spiritual lives of all the people that he touches. Because unless you are fully committed, unless you are all in, you're not going to have an impact, and you're going to waste your time, you're not going to be fulfilled, and you're not going to achieve your dream. So the key message here is that in our careers, we mustn't just become an accountant or a lawyer or a doctor. We must start with the dream of becoming the doctor, the lawyer, the accountant, the priest, the leader that makes the absolute difference